scariest thing happened to me today, and it's I'm still trying to process it. So I was on the phone with my mom. I had my phone with me, and I'm looking, I had my time. So I'm on the phone with her around turn around and go back. And so I looked at the time and I was like, no, I better not go back because, I just got probably just enough time to get to the interview. And I get to the interview and I was like, I'm cool. Wait, where was the building at? And what was the office? And who was supposed to have? I didn't have anything. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, now I got to test my gangster to see if I'm really handicapped by always having this thing attached to me. And yes, I am handicapped. I haven't had a phone since phones came out. Like, so to not to have one is like taking away my sight. But I'm gonna make it do what it do anyway. So I was like, okay, I can't think of the building. I know I'm going to look at my email because they sent me the email confirmation. So I get to one of the computers and I try to pull it up. And it was like, okay, so verify as you on their phone device. Damn, I can't do that. So I was like, okay, ask me another way. And there's nothing. I cannot get in my email without my phone. So I'm like, okay. So, I'm not the type of person that will not ask the questions. I'm going to ask questions, but like I'm the type of person that before cell phones were out, I could get a map and read a map and we're going to go where we, so I ain't always had a cell phone, but I have for my whole adult life have had some type of communication. So I'm crippled now. I don't have a laptop, I don't have a tablet, I don't have an iPad, and I am Steve Jobs, like his kid, if you will. I got the iPad, the Apple, the thing is in the ear, the MacBook. Like I'm used to all this, the watch, like, and all of this. Okay, so I get to the meeting. I get to it, finally figure out where I'm supposed to be. And I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, oh, let me grab my phone so I could, oh, shit. I'm like, man, what do we do with our phones? And I'm like, nobody can find me, because if they look at my location say my phone at home, like no kind of contact. So I sit back in the chair and I was like, well, what time is it? The watch is the only thing that saved me. So let me know how much time I had to get to the interview, how much time I had to spare. And then all of a sudden, most of the time I've noticed the watch does not work at all if you don't have the phone within close proximity of the watch. Up pops my reminder on my calendar of the appointment with the office, who is supposed to be, like, everything comes up on my watch. But I'm limited. I can only do so much from this watch. And so, I could get the weather, pictures, little stuff like that, but there's no communication. I can't call, I can't do anything from the watch. I don't know, I think it's a way you can do it from there, but there's too much Big Ben watching me, or whatever his name is, Zach, or whatever, too many people watching me, and I ain't get permission for all that. So the watch saves me a little bit, because now I know, but I had to find where I was at before I even realized that the watch did that, because I thought the watch was completely inoperable for the most part without the phone. But nobody can contact me. I can't contact nobody. The only good thing about it is I knew where I was going to the interview at, so I was cool with that. But like, that was the scariest. Like, can you survive without it? Like, so I'm gonna challenge you, because tomorrow I want to go 2 hours without it. Now there's a difference where I stay on do not disturb a lot. And so even with do not disturb, I can look and check and see if anybody needs me. But without having it, you can't do that. And I'm so do not disturb heavy. I realized you can't do not disturb when you're trying to date. I found that out the hard way. Dude was like, I tried calling. I was like, yes, I know, but my daughter's dance recital, and I went on do not disturb because the co-parent was there, and I don't need him all in my motherfucking business. But I don't want to be all in my phone when my attention is needed somewhere else. But I do have a habit of going do not disturb, because when I'm in my zone or when I'm at peace or doing whatever, I don't want to be disturbed by the phone. But at least I have it with me, so I have the choice to choose whether I want to be disturbed or not disturbed, or how much I want to give access to myself. But that was the scariest thing. So I left the interview, and when I decided to come home, I was like, let me ride around my neighborhood, like ways. Now, who told Alexa to play? That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody asked. There's nobody else here with me right now. Alexa just came on by herself. Ain't nobody called her name. Ain't nobody, pull her coat. Ain't nobody told her to do shit. And see, that be that stuff I be talking about. They be doing the stuff that they want to do, like iRobots. In a minute, that little box gonna get up and walk in here and tell me what to do and what not to do. So I'm driving around my neighborhood, like a couple of streets over, and I got the music up a little loud. That's how I like to play my shit when I'm by myself, okay? So I'm riding through and I'm seeing these huge houses, and they throwing the house up in between this house and two houses up in this. So that means my property value going up, right? Y'all throwing these houses up, my property value going up. Okay, bet. I noticed that every turn I make, there's a car, a black Honda, turning behind me. And I'm like, this motherfucker following me. And normally I would turn around and be like, what's the problem? Shit, I stay up here too. I pay taxes up here too. I rode, my street had potholes and dents, and we playing Mario go-kart and trying to, keep from messing up tires and stuff. I pay taxes. I live up here too, just a couple of streets over. But I didn't turn around to cause a scene or to even ask questions, because I didn't have my phone with me, and I felt like something could pop off because you following me and I'm up to live up here. But I'm gonna do it again tomorrow, and I'm gonna have my phone, and I'm gonna have my girlfriend in the car with me, because she never leaves my side, and I wanna know what's tea, because I got a Honda in the yard around, but they stopped. Like I'm like because I'm so aware, that's how I knew the car was following me in the first place. But I was like, I know this bitch don't think I'm finna take her right to my front door. She finna ride around with me a little bit. And then I saw them stop at a stop sign that I had already turned, and I slowed up. I was like, come on, let me give you time to catch up. And then they eased like on the side of some bushes, and then they drove off. What is you following me for? You think that I don't belong up here? I'm trying to see which one of these houses back here that I want to buy next. Don't follow me. Mind your business. But I do know that I live in one of those neighborhoods where I look suspicious. I don't know what I look suspicious of, but I do know I look suspicious. Like I look like a suspect of something, and I'm dressed in all black, and then like a scary movie where applies, say dressed in all black, and I'm black. The car not black, but the car that was following, like. But that wasn't even scary. Being followed, that shit didn't scare me at all. It's not having my phone. It's what scared me the most. And I feel like I was watching Girl Tripper earlier. I feel like Regina Hall, when she was watching that movie, oh, this some scary shit. That's the way I felt when I was like, I don't got my phone. Do I turn around and go back? Anxiety levels went through the fucking roof. Do you hear me?